can't hear my phone, can you?
Well, looks like we're live. And we're live. No, I can't. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you going to share it? Yeah. Get some viewers in though. Current viewers, 1.
It's not notifying me.
Wait for some people to join you, I reckon. Can you hear me? How do I now share it? Check 1, check 2. We are live in the place to be. Do. Yes. Hello everyone. 3 viewers now. Just wait for some few more people to join, I reckon. Just posting it about a little bit, basically. Get the word out there. I'm new to this game, so I got a massive team behind me sharing it around for me. Drop me a comment if you're watching. Tell me who's tuned in. Who have we got watching? Drop a little comment. Let me know you're here. Yes, kitten inside. What's happening? Right, so we'll wait for a few more people to join. Here we go. Can everyone hear me okay? Does it look good? Does it sound good? Drop a little comment and let me know how it sounds. Obviously this is the first one I've done on my own with my own kit. So yeah, does it sound good? Can you hear me okay? Sounds good. Yes then, Brushman. Wicked. So then guys, let's see. Only a couple here so far, but we'll get cracking. So obviously there's a couple of bits I wanted to go over. Myself, obviously introducing the show. I guess you guys that are watching now kind of know what the aspect of this show is going to be about. Obviously starting off, it's just going to be me. I'm just going to be chatting topics and news and anything people recommend or anything that's new that comes out, any new plugins and things like that. So this is going to be a home for keeping up to date with the music production world and anything related to making music or the music industry itself, music business, anything like that. We'll cover all sorts of things. So yeah, it's just going to be like the home where you find everything Rapture. So obviously we'll live stream obviously events and all sorts in the future. So yeah, it's just the start of things to come. Obviously this is the first one, me introducing myself. This is raw Shaun Ashley, no cuts, no edits. This is me as it is. This is as good as you're going to get. Obviously I'll try and be well behaved. I don't know how well that's going to go. But yeah, so I thought I wanted to kick things off and talk about this AI, artificial intelligence with music, and the way it's affecting things, and how it's going to affect things in the future maybe, and whether it's going to put anyone out of a job. Because the thing that's worrying me at the moment, especially with all these AI mastering tools that are coming out, I've seen many people using them for quite some years now as well, so they're only going to get better. Which, does that mean people like me end up putting out of a job? I don't know, but only the future will tell. I have got some things lined up to show you on the screen. So I just on a brief Google earlier, music AI. I'll just show you quickly. As you can see here, many things come up straight away. You can literally generate your own music. More music generating. Obviously for producers, this is obviously quite a worrying thing. It definitely is for me. Obviously we have a little Google of see Landar, or however you say it. That's the one I've seen about a lot. So, yeah. Do people use? Has anyone watching used any AI mastering yet? I can't say I have. I do my mastering myself, and have got people to do it for me in the past as well. So I don't really do it to myself, so to speak. But yeah, no, I'm just keen to know. Does anyone else play around with it? Because I'd be keen to know if anyone's had any good results out of it, basically. Because I haven't used it. I'd like to know if anyone has used it. Yeah, that's true, Aaron. It is true. It's obviously, with there being limited amount of people like myself that do it, it makes sense to keep it within the scene and stop using these paid. Because a lot of them you'd have to pay for it. You get so much with it, and then it's like, oh, you've got to pay for it now. Like I've used so many services where it's like, oh, you've got to now pay for it. Like you get so far, like these image generators for a start. I used this one not long ago, and you can only get 500 by 500 pixels off it for free. If you wanted any more than that, you got to sign up for it. So yeah, it's not ideal, but I'm glad it all looks good and the stream's going well. I was quite anxious about how it would look, but no, it's good. You can swear in the comments, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can swear though. I don't think it really matters at the moment. I'm not really monetized as we speak, but it can affect things in the future. I don't know. Obviously, I'm new to YouTube, so it's all a learning curve for me still. Obviously, providing people's education and tutorials and stuff is going to be a learning curve for me as well. I've never had to be a teacher before in my life, so it's going to be something. But yeah, so let me just switch you over to back to me. Hiya. How many people have we got now? 4 people. So yeah, next thing I wanted to talk about is some free plugins. I always get people asking me for plugins, and I used to struggle with this back in the day as well, when I was just starting out. Honestly, I've been sat here worrying about it for ages, this whole AI stuff, especially just starting out doing my mixing and mastering service, and then all of a sudden all these AI tools come along and start saying that we can master your tunes. Like Fruity Loops has literally just come out of a new version, and you can literally master in Fruity Loops. You don't even have to leave the program. It does it all for you, like you would export a track. So yeah, it's a bit shit really. I don't know how to take it, but it's got to ride the wave. Obviously, it comes with a lot of pros, this AI. Well, go on, Tracy. Oh, I didn't realise I could comment as well. Like I said, it's a learning curve. I'm still learning all this as well. It's the first proper live show I've done on YouTube. No, Kitson, no, I haven't actually used that. I get a lot of people recommending it to me, and it's actually on this. So I'll go back to the screen. On this little write-up I found earlier, I believe that is on here. Yeah, so it's not, I don't think it's the one that you said about. However, it's the same brand. Morning, Sam. Yeah, so we're just talking about all things. We just sort of discussed AI, hence all the comments. We were just starting to talk about plugins, obviously, because plugins are coming out as well with a lot of AI built in. Like I was just saying about Fruity Loops. the newest version of Fruity Loops has just come out with AI mastering built into it. I wonder if I can show you something. Nothing really too thinking about it there, but yeah, I was looking about it the other day, and there was a video that's just been uploaded to their YouTube channel, obviously telling everyone about the new version and what it's got in it, and obviously, is it blurry? Is it?
Only for me at the moment.
Oh. Yeah, look, keep me updated, guys, in the comments. Is it still looking good, sounding good? They're telling me that it's warning me that my stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. I don't know if that's affecting it or not. I've got pretty good internet now, so I don't know what could be causing it. Yeah, this is what I wanted to create. I wanted to get people on the chat, you know, talking to each other, creating this community, getting people talking about all things music and anything to do with it. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to be smoking. So yeah, I'm back. Yeah, no, it's one of them things. Obviously, AI is only going to get better. The stem separating is pretty good. There's a good free one I've been using that's relatively good, but it's still rough. Like when there's a lot going on in the actual track. So a track I've just done recently, I tried to split and take the acapella out. Like the first bit where there's not a lot going on and it's just really the vocal. It sounds great, but as the track gets busier and more elements are introduced, it starts to become rough around the edges. You know, you can slightly hear artifacts brought in around the edges of it where it's struggling to get it. So yeah, it's like AI is new. It's only going to get better. That's the thing of it. So it's just sort of waiting to see. Oh, I haven't actually. Have you tried the FL stem separation then? I haven't. I ain't got the new version of it yet, so I haven't been able to try out all these new features, and it's killing me. I shall be getting it soon. Yeah, mental. Yeah, it's just crazy how there's so many mixed reviews of AI and how it's affecting certain things. But yeah, no, it's just going to be an interesting road to see what happens with this AI malarkey. It's definitely an interesting one. I don't know how out of time my laugh into the comments is, but these are quite brilliant comments. But yeah, no, so obviously going on to the plugins side of things, there's a lot of plugins that are coming out with AI. Obviously, like yeah, Kitson said the screen's good, so it should be sound. But yeah, so this is a little. If you want to go and find some good free plugins, I found this little article here on Music Radar, which has got the best free music software and VST plugins. Obviously, starting off Audacity and Apple GarageBand. We don't really want to talk about them. So what's this one we got here? A polysynth. So that could be handy for a lot of producers starting out. That could be worth looking at. I know Vital is free. It's a copy of Serum. Right, it's not a straight copy. It's pretty similar. It's just more features. You can add some more filters. You can add more oscillators. And you can modulate the modulations, which is pretty interesting and can really give you some interesting results. Obviously, I've used Serum for many years now. And it's literally my go-to synth. I don't use anything other than Serum, really, unless I'm feeling creative. And Serum has literally got everything I need it to do. So I don't really go anywhere else other than Serum. Are you watching it as well?
Well, yeah.
Got the number one fan sat behind me.
Shut up.
We also got our cats here as well. This one keeps wanting to get involved, so she can say hello. Just ding. Oh, got a camera in. Hello, I've been. Yes, then, Swanky DJ in the house. What's happening? Well, that was leading me to sort of talk about Mr. Swanky DJ, because he was the first person I'd done live streams with. And obviously, when I first done that first one, when I went to his house and we done that first live stream, I was awfully nervous. I was quite nervous for this one as well, to be fair, but obviously, having experienced it before, I kind of knew what to expect. It was just, obviously, when I was at Swanky was doing all the technical side of it, so I just sort of had to turn up and talk. So, this one, I'm doing all the technical side of it, so it's obviously doing it all by myself as well. It's a lot to manage. I'm so grateful I've got 2 screens in front of me. Makes it so much easier. But yeah, so we've covered AI and how worrying it is for the scene, but how it can also be quite beneficial. Obviously, it just depends on how it grows and what tools end up being made. Obviously, we've got stem separation. There's obviously music creation tools. I might have to try one of them and make a track with it and see how that goes. That could be a good experiment for a video, maybe. Get AI to make me a track and then maybe remix it or something. Because obviously you could literally use AI to make the track for you. You could then use AI to separate the stems of said track for you, and then you can then make your own little thing with it. So it could be a good thing to try out. How long have we been live now? In 15 minutes. So yeah, let's carry on looking through these free plugins then for anyone else that might be interested in it. So yeah, this could be a good synth for people just starting out. Obviously I could just discuss Vital is also a good option if you want to understand Serum and have the tools that Serum's got. Never giving up because we carry on instead. Oh, we should get onto that at some point. But yeah, no. So if people are after some free plugins, this would be a go-to synth. Obviously, Music Radar, I've followed them for years. They do give out some good advice. So if you do want a good synth, that might be one to try out. I shall try it out myself as well, and I'll make a little video of it in the future for you all, so you can sort of see how it works. Right, here's a good one that I've got myself. It's not specifically the Spitfire Audio Labs. I've got a BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin, which is built on this Spitfire Audio brand, I guess. It looks similar to this, but obviously it's got loads of, like, the whole orchestra, so you can pick, oh, excuse me, you can pick like whatever bit of the orchestra you want, and obviously you can have multiple ones, and you can have the whole orchestra if you wanted to, and it is pretty good. I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. I don't think the BBC Orchestra one's free. I applied for that. There was like some thing on that. It was like you could put an application in, sort of thing, and sort of put a case in to say why you could get it for free, and I got it. I got an email one day saying that I'd won the case. I was quite impressed. So yeah, I've been using that quite a lot. So yeah, what's this next one then? I'm not too sure on the copyright aspect of showing you my screen and reading through a thing. Actually, I should probably be careful of that, but we'll see what happens. I can only learn.
Emily's watching.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, Emily. So yeah, I better be careful of that. But yeah, so I won't maybe show you the actual article. So yeah, reading on from there. Obviously, we've had that Spitfire Audio Labs. I'll show you it quickly. I must be able to get away with showing you a couple of seconds of it. So go on to there, you'll see what it is. So that's what it looks like. That's what the other plugin look like. Yeah, it's like a sample-based plugin. So obviously, with the orchestra one, it's obviously they've recorded the orchestra somewhere in a studio somewhere, and obviously then synthesized it to make the plugin. So yeah, let's come off this before I get banned off YouTube. So yeah, next on the list is an audio spillage, mini spillage, which sounds interesting. So they say here, this cut down version of the impressive drum spillage is a slick and stellar sounding percussion synth. So that could be good for creating your own drums and percussion by the sounds of it. Yeah, look for making good kick tones. Yes. So if people that want to create their own samples and create their own drum sounds, obviously I know there's other things out there. I think there's it's called Kick 2. I've got that and I use that, but obviously that costs money. So for free you can try this audio spillage. Again, I will go through all these, I'll download them and I'll give them a try. It's only fair. Obviously I can't sit here and recommend them. I'm going to go. Obviously I've heard lots about Tau. I've used their stuff previously. I'm pretty sure I've still got some of their stuff installed now. They're really good. Tau Reverb 4. I haven't used that new modern version yet, which does look quite interesting. So yeah, highly recommend that. If you actually go on to Splice has got a free plugin section, so if you log on to there, or if you've got an account, you can go onto their plugin section, you can click all the free plugins. There's loads of good plugins to download off there. I've downloaded a couple. I'm pretty sure the frequency analyzer I use is off of there. Plugin Boutique is another good website where you can get plugins from, and they usually have lots of free stuff on there as well. So if you're a new music producer starting out and you need some free plugins to get you going, and you're not really too happy with the stock plugins on your DAW, then by all means check out these ones I've just recommended, and go and check out their websites I've just given you. There'll be plenty to pick from on there. So next thing I wanted to talk about, and someone recommended earlier, I believe it was Kitson actually, was hard trance and the subgenres of hard trance and the different types of versions of it. So obviously for me, I feel like a lot of the stuff that's coming out these days that people are labelling techno, labelling hard trance, and labelling all these different genres, it's all very similar now. Do you know what I mean? They're all overlapping very much so into sort of characteristics of other genres. So for argument's sake, a lot of techno's coming out with what we would class as like a wad bassline, which you would sort of characterise with hard trance and the sort of music like Arnie and Deep Mission, all that sort of stuff back in the day. And obviously where Distorted Dreams took that and obviously collaborated with Ben Nicky, obviously it's pushed it way beyond our scene and to people that probably never even heard of something like that before. So that's obviously pushed it, and I'd imagine that's sort of part reason and a massive influence to why so many people now use that sort of bass line. Like even, I'm pretty sure Darren Styles put a video out not long ago of a track that he had remixed with a wad bass line like that. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see where it goes with all this hard trance coming out now. Obviously I'm a big believer in a lot of it sounds very much still like hard trance, and a lot of it sounds like the stuff that we've been making for quite some time. So it's interesting to see that it's getting labelled a lot as techno as well. If you go on the Beatport techno top 10 or even the top 100 and have a listen to some of them, you could literally pass them off as hard trance. So yeah, I don't think there's specifically any subgenres of hard trance, so to speak. Arguably there's the free party hard trance that we deal with and we make, and then there's I'd say there's a more sort of clubby version of hard trance, so like the hard trance Europe and all that sort of scene, because it's always been a little bit more euphoric over there. They have more euphoric breakdowns, I mean more euphoric melodies. I've always found free party hard trance a bit grittier, a bit follows suit of like the Arnie style of it, where it's more sample based, less melodic, and more just in your face, like big bass lines and stuff. So yeah, I don't think there's, so to speak, different subgenres. It's there's kind of like the free party version of hard trance, which I don't know, you could kind of guess you could sort of class that as a subgenre, but I don't think it is technically. I've always sort of thought maybe it could be worthwhile having it characterised or classed as its own genre, so we could have it on like Juno and stuff like that and have our own free party hard trance pages, but obviously it'd be a lot of work to make that happen, so I don't know. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, drop them in the comments. If anyone wants me to talk about anything else rather than me just waffling on about what I want to waffle on about, then yeah, let me know. But yeah, this Makina, obviously we've just featured on a compilation album, D-Trance 104, and it was one of our Australian artist tunes, Sly. His track got featured on there, and it's obviously a Makina special edition. So what, obviously I listened to some Makina, or however you say it, and to me again it sounds very much like hard trance, just very fast. So what's the backstory of Makina, and guys? I know obviously Kitson, you're up north, aren't you? I'd imagine you've got quite a good understanding of Makina and its roots and where it comes from. Is that a sort of come out of the legal rave scene up there, is it? Or I'd be interested to hear what... yeah, it's definitely a northern thing. We've got Makita down here. Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's a bit like... It almost kind of reminds me of Happy Hardcore back in the day. You know, like Westfest. The old MCs and that. It's, yeah. I'm intrigued to see what happens with all these genres over the next next 5-10 years or whatever, obviously, because there's so many, like I was saying a minute ago, like techno, Makina, hard trance, a lot of like, even some house music now that's coming out as house music is very, very on the lines of like an offbeat bass with like trancey leads and stuff. So yeah, even like Calvin Harris recently has made trancey stuff. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, with it being brought into the limelight a little bit. Did it now? Interesting. I didn't realise it originated in Barcelona. Well, you learn something new every day. Well, I'll be damned. That's crazy. I never knew that. There you go, look. So that's why I like to find out about these things, because I always thought it was an up north thing and it had been not a sort of come from up them ways. There you go. It just we've got quite a big following in Spain, to be fair. Germany's come up quite quickly as well. I've noticed we've got about 5-6 cities in our top listeners on SoundCloud, on Rapture SoundCloud. So yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how it's getting out there in so many new, or well, not new territories, I say, but obviously new for us. Never really been that big in Germany. Obviously, I think that D-Trance album coming out has obviously helped massively with that. So yeah. Anyone else got anything they want to speak about? Or should we get on with some tune reviews? We've been live 26 minutes now, and obviously I've actually got quite a long list of tunes to play, so it could be worth cracking on with that. I don't know if everyone's in the house that has actually sent in tunes. I know Kitson's here, Sam is, Brushman. Don't know if Deckstar is or Broomers. Make a noise if you're here, guys. Yeah. So, as Kitson's here. Brilliant. You got me on the TV, have you, Swank? Brilliant. Hi, Esme.
He's sending me photos.
Is he?
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's what I love about it. It's just the raw. This is us. There's no editing here. This is obviously Josh James in the background over there, admin of Rapture, or Polly, as Swanky likes to call her. So yeah, let's get on with some tune reviews then. So first up on my list, we have Kitson's track. So let me get that off a second. So I don't know if you're gonna get. Obviously, you should have headphones for this, really. So I don't know if you might get a little bit of bleed from the speakers rack into the microphone. I've got it turned right down, so it shouldn't do. Let's have a listen to Kitson's track. This is called Bad Frequency. I've been loving Kitson's style. It's very old school. Reminds me of all the old stuff that was being produced in the 90s, and like the stuff he's done for us so far. Imagination and Feel Me, a very, very fast and classic inspired tracks, which I love. And it's nice to get that sort of sound on the label. But yeah, this is sounding definitely a bit more almost free party hard trance so far. Intrigued to see how this one goes. Oh, I thought so, look. One bass as well, oh sweet. Oh, I definitely thought it was going to drop them. Added a bit of suspense there, that's good. I always put the fake drops in. Taking it in. What's that vocal saying? I can't quite work it out. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's got some hardstyle vibes to it, for sure. It's almost got that. It's got that noise in it. Noise that your speakers make when someone's trying to ring you nearby. Yeah, that's what that sounds like. It sounds like is it a TNT tune? With that noise in it. Yeah, I like this kit, so this is good. I believe we're at the first breakdown. Definitely sounds like some bad frequencies. Oh yeah. Oh, you done it again. Yeah, that's pretty good, that is. Oh, I wasn't expecting that many to do that. Yeah, skits in this is nice, man. Yeah, I could definitely see a fat wash going on for that at a party. Nice. What's it sound? It did sound good through the yeah, it's a tune sounding good through the live stream. Sounds good to me. Oh, the filtered kick bass. Nice, that, isn't it? Nice kits and fair play. Oh, it's nice to see people are still making their tunes fairly long as well. Obviously, now it's something I did want to speak about at one point is, do people still make their tracks really long? So obviously, back in the days these tracks were made long due to obviously vinyl and it taking longer to mix, but obviously now it's like not so much the case because everyone's pressing the sync button. So do people still make their tracks long, or are we going shorter tracks? I certainly make mine a little bit shorter now. I definitely don't push the 7-minute mark now. I'm probably pushing 5 minutes, but yeah, keen to hear what people say about that in the comments. But yeah, Kitsu, that was a bad boy tune. I don't think we'll sit and listen to the whole thing because we've got plenty of other music to get through, but yeah, I was very impressed with that. Fair play. Alright, next up we have Sam I Am. This guy's been sending me stuff for a while now. I've been digging his tunes, so let's have a listen to one of his ones quickly. So the first one.
Even Ethan's watching.
Brilliant. So this one's called Savour the Moment by Sam I Am. What's the reasoning behind the name, Sam? And where did that come from? I'm intrigued. Obviously it's a bit like Will I Am. Is that what you was going for? Or just change it to Sam I Am? Yeah, right, let's have a listen.
Traveling on the never-ending conveyor belt of life.
Interesting. If you use the sample I've used.
Animals, we rush around. We rush around.
Okay, interesting. I missed that then. Did you filter that bass in? Yeah. nice low end, nice kick and bass. Only thing I would say is maybe don't filter it in so soon. If this is what it looks like to be a breakdown coming up next, well, it's just down to my personal preference. I'd save the bass till when the first drop kicks in, so you get more of an impact when it actually drops. But we'll see what you've done. What's everyone else saying on this one? Is Mr. Sam I am in the house. If everyone could give this a share on Facebook as well, that'd be greatly appreciated. Get it out there, get people watching it. Give it a share, everyone.
Like caged animals, we rush around. We rush around. We rush around.
I can't argue.
We rush around. We rush around. We rush around. We need to be here now. Be here now.
Yeah, it's a good kick and bass on it. It's very nice. Taking it out at the moment. Yeah, it's a nice progression for that bit there. It's an interesting notation as well. I find I struggle with that myself a lot, is notational melodies, so fair play to you there, Sam. That's a pretty interesting one. Just a quick note, Sam, if you're still with us. What are you doing with your kick and basses? Are you like side chain compressing the bass to duck it out so you don't get much interference? So I've noticed a lot of people don't seem to realise it, but a lot of the basses they use have a release on the envelope, which gives it might not even be a lot, but it's just if you're putting an offbeat note in, it's got a slight bit of release on it. That release then sort of goes over into where the kick starts. So if you think about it, you've got an offbeat bass note, and then the kick is the next note to start. So obviously if there's a release on that bass note that you've played, then it's going to start interfering, coming around into the kick. So it'd be worth taking note of that. It's something I've learned in the last sort of couple of years. It has definitely helped with my productions. I normally, instead when I put an offbeat note in, or even like a wob note, I'd pull it back, like put it onto the smallest snap I can get on the grid, and just pull it off the kick a little bit, just so you got that tiny little gap. So even if you did want a little bit of release on it, you could add that release and it wouldn't interfere with the kick too much. But yeah, definitely you can hear you've got the sidechain compression on it. Just maybe worth looking at that release thing. What synthesizer are you using for them? Is it a Serum Jobby? Yeah, I believe you sent another one. So let's finish it. Obviously this is a work in progress, guys. It's not the finished thing, as you can see on the title, Whip. Driving the German Whip, you know.
Like caged animals, we rush around. Never getting to our destination. We post about it on our socials, yet are we even there? Moments go by, yet we
I feel like that vocal could do a little bit more presence. maybe add some distortion to it to bring it out in the mix a little bit, just perk it up a bit, you know.
Sometimes it feels like it certainly isn't us. So let's savor this moment.
Here we go.
'Cause it ain't gonna last forever. We need to be here. Now.
That's nice, that little note where it goes down there. Creates a nice bit of dissonance like you'd hear in the older style hard trance. Yeah, I like where you're going with that. It's a good synth as well. Good sound. Oh, where's this going now? Leave it in for this next bit. Might try and get on someone else's track.
So let's savor this moment.
Yeah, that is nice, that. Yeah, the only thing I would say is your breakdown. No, the vocal could do some more presence, and the build up to it. Oh, that's, I don't know if there's that snare there. Maybe bring that snare up, layer it up, give it a bit more punch, just so it cuts through the mix a little bit more as well. But yeah, that's some good ideas there, man. That's got a lot of potential, that tune. I think, yeah. With the whole musical side of things and the sounds that you've got going on, the bass and everything, it's pretty pucker. Just, yeah, work on that vocal, bring that vocal out a little bit in that breakdown, maybe try and give it some more power. If you've put a low cut on it, maybe sort of bring the low cut down a little bit more, just so it gives it a bit more low end, gives it a bit more meat in the vocal. You can get away with bringing vocals down quite low without interfering too much with the bass, so it might be worth looking at that. So yeah, next on from that we have another one from Sam. This one is called Progressive Choir. Now, is that going to be the final name, or are you like me and just randomly name things? Oh mate, it's great. It is mental, isn't it? You sit there, have the most creative mind in the world, create a sick track and can't even name it. It's a nice wooden kick. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, nice. Just while it's on my mind as well quickly, that, I know you're still working on it, but that build up there, just take into account that you've got the bass and the kick hitting at the same time, which does sort of build up quite a bit of volume as it builds up, so might be worth sticking a filter in place on the kick, or sorry about that. Yeah, stick a filter on the kick maybe, and yeah, filter up with a high pass filter on the kick, and then maybe do the same with the bass, and it should give it a bit more impact when that drops in as well. kind of reminds me of a little bit like Fabio Moon's type stuff, like that noise before it drops. Yeah, it's nice, that is. It's a good style of bass as well for a pop tune. Thought about adding maybe a stutter to that, or like a gate in that vocal. So you probably might have already done it, and I've just not got to that bit yet. Don't be offended if I skip through it. Something fit on. See if you're gonna get bored of looking at me at some point. Noises at the top end adds a nice rhythm to it. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, the only thing I'd say about that now is maybe add some more elements, or try and variate that vocal a little bit. Maybe see if you can adjust the pitch of it in certain places, just to give it a bit more movement, so to speak. Yeah, no, it's a good effort, Sam. That was a really nice tune there. I quite like that drop there. Just one more time. Very nice, very nice. Right, so let's go back to me again. Let's get the next one ready. So after that we have Brushman's tunes. Right, let's get Mr. Brushman on. So first things first, we have, this is called Dare to Dream by Brushman. Let's get this one on. Whip, everyone. It's a good effect done on this. The bass kind of reminds me of something I've done previously as well. I think it's hospital treatment. Well, that same sort of vibe to it, man. Maybe turn it up in volume a little bit. What's real? What's real? What's real? What's real? flow to it, man. Nice vocal as well. Where do people get their vocals from these days then? That's not Splice. Does anyone actually still extract samples out of movies and stuff? Or does everyone just use Splice these days? I like this breakbeat style bit in the drop beat, on the breakbeat going on. I reckon you should have kept that going a little bit, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon you should keep that breakbeat bit going, but sort of filter it out as this is sort of building up, you know. Oh well, I should be releasing some hard trance packs soon, don't worry about that. Nice, eh? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, decent turnaround. What's the turnaround being where sort of one section constant finish another one start. Nice. Again, like I said sound it again, maybe some variation at this point here, maybe shorten the notes and make it a bit more staccato or a bit more shuffling maybe. You might have already done it here. Maybe change maybe there, that's good. I've always liked the progression of your track. It progress well. Yeah, you got much of a low cut on that synth. I feel like it's missing from the low end of it. It could be there. Yeah. I see now you got me intrigued to listen to the second drop. Yeah, it's interesting to see where people get their samples from. I've always struggled to find the samples, that's why I'm loving Splice at the moment.
What's real?
Maybe a little bit more reverb on that vocal as well. It's got a good delay on it, but I feel like I should have a little bit more reverb, sort of wet her up a little bit. Well, that makes me want to get them off. Just imagine the Oggy now. Oggy. Well, I should do a video addressing EQ at a later point. It does help massively if you still have a good EQ. Obviously the Fruity Loops one's pretty good. I always use it on basic stuff, but like, for argument's sake, if there's like bass or things like that need some more complex EQ, and I'll get the Fab Filter one out. But for just basic low cuts and stuff like that, just stick the the Fruity Loops on it. But yeah, no, that's a good tune, man. I like that's a good melody. I like that. Maybe yeah, to see if you can address that synth, a bit more power into it, and then yeah, maybe sort of continue on that breakbeat section, the first breakout, as sort of filter it out as the track builds up, you know. Right, so next we have another one from Mr. Brushman. This one is called A State of Mind for Trance. Another unmastered preview. Is this another work in progress, or is this one that you've finished? Straight away, I like that 303. Acid.
This is an altered state of mind for trance.
Now this is nice. This reminds me of sort of 2010 to 2012 hard trance. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. I prefer this one so far. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I love the progression that as well, man. As the overseer said, loving this one. Very nice, mate. Nice layering going on. I mean, there's a lot going on before it's even had a main drop yet, so fair play to it. So this is what I would call proper homegrown free party hard trance. This is like, this reminds me of being in a warehouse at an Amwat, an Odyssey party. The old clang of the bottle on the floor.
Hypnosis is usually induced by a procedure known as a hypnotic induction involving a series of preliminary instructions and suggestion. The use of hypnotism for therapeutic purposes is referred to as hypnotherapy.
I feel like that vocal could have been louder. Right there, you don't know.
Referred to as hypnotherapy.
Obviously got a fake drop. Yeah. The suspense there is nice. Oh, yeah, this is good. This will definitely build a vibe. We'll have to get people going this way. Nice echo or delay on the vocal there.
What occurs during hypnosis fall into two groups: an altered state of mind or trance.
Yeah, them turnarounds get a bit loud just to give you a heads up. Maybe some filtering or something required on them, whatever it may be. Again, I feel like the synth. In my opinion, obviously the main synth is being overshadowed slightly by that acid /303. Might be worth just sort of alternating the volumes on them so the 303 ends up being a little bit quieter and that ends up being a bit louder. It's nice, man. I like that 303. What are you using for that 303? You're using one of these 303 emulator things, or is it an actual serum or something? That's nice up there, how it changes on. That's very nice, man. I am going to cut that a little bit short though, I'm awfully sorry. I've still got a few tunes to get through. It's not trying to be rude to everyone. I kind of wanted to keep this to an hour long, and I've still got 1, 2, 3 tunes to go through. 2 that could get me into some copyright trouble. Brilliant. We'll give it a go though. So yeah, let's have a little listen to. It's a Dexter. This is a friend of mine on Facebook called Dexter. I believe he's moved to Turkey. I don't actually know if he's with us in the podcast. Make some noise if you are. Well, obviously you can't, but show me a sign. Yeah, so let's have a listen. The track's called 303 Escape.
Escape. Reality. Escape.
Struggling to work out where this is going to go.
Reality. Escape.
It's obviously some sort of trancey techno vibe.
Escape. Reality. Escape.
Let's hear some rhythm coming now. Oh, Woodman, you're up early. The obligatory gunshot. Ooh. I'd say that's more techno vibes to me. It's a big kick. Everyone. He's in Australia, by the way.
Escape. Reality. Escape. Reality. Escape. Reality.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. So for me, that track, it's quite bare bones at the moment. Obviously, he's not here to correct me whether it's a whip or a finished track, but for me, I'd add some more effects and some more details into that. Like the kick's good, it's got a good heavy kick to it. Oh, really nice strong kick. Maybe even see if you can increase the tail of it a little bit, give it even more boominess. I'm sure that sample a little bit out of time, maybe. Yeah, the basic elements are there. You've got a nice lead, but I feel maybe it comes in a bit unexpected. Maybe some teasers of it or some the filtering of it in the breakdown. Maybe a good idea. Right, what have we got next here? What broomers and stuff. Is this going to get me in trouble with copyright? Let's find out. We'll give it a go. If it sounds too bait, then well, that's very bait. Yeah, can't get me in trouble like that. Broom is terrible. God, get me a copyright strike before I even started. Like, what's going on? Jesus. Yeah, no, I can't be doing that. So, right, where have we gone? Oh. Yeah, see, the other ones are remixed as well. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit and see how I can get away with putting... Obviously, there's other YouTubers like Hatto himself, and there's that other guy on TikTok, and they always do track reviews and post other people's music. There's got to be a way around it. If anyone can enlighten me, then let me know, because I've been struggling with this years. Luckily, our distributor was kind enough to work with us and has informed YouTube, so anything that I put up on our channel that's Rapture Recordings obviously will be fine. But any other music is a bit of a difficult one. That's why obviously there's all these services now which provide royalty-free music for you to use. So if anyone's got any tips and tricks of how to make that work, because I'd love to put other tunes on here. There's so many bangers I'd love to show you all, but I don't want to get myself into trouble. We've only just started this little YouTube journey. I don't want to then start getting myself copyright strikes in the first podcast. That wouldn't be very good, would it? So yeah, that's all the ones I got sent in so far. Obviously with them being works in progress and yeah, sort of stuff that people are working on, they've not been released yet, so they won't get caught by copyright. So yeah, that's what I've been sent in this week. Obviously we've discussed a couple of topics. If there's anyone left and there's anything that you want me to go over just before we go, then do let me know ASAP, because obviously if I'm gonna go now. I've gone through all the tracks. I've discussed some topics with you that I wanted to discuss. Obviously I don't want to go too into detail on the first podcast. I want to save some content and save some things to talk about for other future dates. I'm going to try and go for bi-weekly podcasts. I don't want to interfere too much with our release schedule. It's obviously a lot for me to do as it is already. So I'm hoping obviously things go well. If you want to help support the channel and help get us rolling even better, get some better equipment and stuff, then head over to rapturerecordings.uk/store and purchase some of our merch and go represent the brand, go help us out, and it will obviously enable me to take this journey even further for you. We've got some good guests lined up for next year, some very big guests at that as well. We've definitely had Marky G confirm he's up for coming on the podcast at some point next year. Whether I go to him or not, I don't know, so yeah, we shall see. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, make sure you head over to our website and check out everything we're doing over there. Obviously we're going to start doing blog posts. Obviously we have been trying to dabble a bit with blogs. Obviously with the introduction of our YouTube videos and these podcasts, obviously all the interviews and stuff I do with people, I'm going to have transcribed, and we're going to make it available as a reading blog, so you can sit and read through it if you want to, or you can sit and watch it. Same's going to happen to all the stuff we do on Rapture Studios. There's actually a topic I wanted to cover quickly before we go. So I've had time to think about what I've done so far with YouTube, and I've had some advice from some good friends of mine, obviously Woody himself. I think it's a good idea to stick the educational stuff on a separate YouTube channel. So the 3 videos I've put up so far on this channel are going to get directed back over to Rapture Studios. We've got a new channel now for that. Everything educational is going to go over there, so obviously all the tutorials that I do, so all the walkarounds of software, anything like that is going to go over there, so it keeps everything sort of for music producers in one place. And then obviously Rapture Recordings, the channel you're on now, this is where the podcast is going to remain. So obviously it's a bit of a different niche. Not all music producers might want to watch this, you know what I mean? Especially when we get the guests on, other people might want to tune in just for the insightfulness into people's lives that they might not know all about already. So yeah, make sure you get subscribed, get sharing it around with everyone, share it everywhere. This can only be the start of it, so yeah, make sure you share it with all your pals and anyone that's sort of a new music producer or new to the music industry, like in terms of like a promoter or anything like that. Get them on board, get on watching me, and I'm sure I can spread some insightful light into the industry and the art of making music as we go on through the years. Like I said, if there's anything you want me to cover, anything that I've missed that you want me to cover in the next one, or anything like that, then do let me know. Swanky wants me to share his tune, but it doesn't really share much to do with Rapture, so sorry, Swank. No, go check out Swanky's stuff on SoundCloud. He's banging about at the moment. Literally, I've probably must be my biggest mastering customer at the moment. Literally every week there's a phone call from Swanky with a new track, so go check him out. Go get following his stuff. He's got loads of stuff coming out. A lot of it's coming out on our label as well. I've got a track of his that I really like called Our Party, Our Rules. I really enjoy, and that is coming out in the new year on our label. We've also got a collab with him and his friend Tom, Chaos Theory. That's coming out at the start of next year. I think that's in January. I've got lots of different tunes to come out next year. I've dabbled a bit with the commercial side of things. I've got some stuff with some singing coming out next year. I've got some filthy dark prog that I've been making as well. Been making some psytrance infused stuff. I've been trying to explore all sort of different genres at the moment. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Go check out our website and make sure you get subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.